Okay, thanks for joining me. I've been going through and building out a magic board from some training that Frank Kern did. The video transcript, well, let's have a look first of all at the video. The video here is, let's open it up. So here's the video, and this is about branding and AI. Here it is here. It's a 59-minute video. And Frank goes through the branding experience, but I went across to this little cool thing called Glasp, and it did a full transcript of the 60-minute video. So I copied that and then dropped it into both the AI, so ChatGPT, and had it analyze it. But I also began manually just having watched it with what I saw. So kind of saw that I would need to set the targets for who this is for and their response. Frank covers that in the video, and then build out the ads, upload to the Facebook campaign, set the audiences. The audiences probably should be before, I don't know which one's going to come up first. We'll have to see in time which one goes first, and then he gives some success metrics for monitoring. So that's our SOPs, or our it's not standard yet, but just our operating procedures. I've got a folder to build out in here. We've got the transcript itself, and then some insights. So far, branding equals goodwill plus demonstration times frequency times time. There were some more in through here as well, but I was actually hoping and testing that the AI might just to be able to pull out a magic board directly, but what it does is it is almost too much data, and so it makes it quite hard to work out what's going on. You can see how much writing there still is, even with the summarization. So it is a 60-minute video here. So what order should I produce 3 campaigns in? This was interesting to me. It said go with the top of funnel, then the middle of funnel, then the bottom of funnel. Get these done, then go to the middle, and then and I asked, is this 1 campaign or 3 campaigns, 3 separate campaigns? It gives the ad sets, it gives the ads, what are the success metrics, it has all of that. So I ended up just going through and asking it questions and then bringing that back to the actual, for instance, let's have a look in the engagement campaign. This is just grabbing straight from AI, but when we come to that point, it'll be quite useful. But let's just get a few of these things done. The video transcript's done. The insights I am working on. We'll see what else comes up through there. We've got our Facebook campaigns. We're not ready for that, but let's go to our ads. For that, I'm going to jump across to Ojoy. And so this one here has a whole bunch of stuff at the beginning where I laid out the ideal problems that my audience is dealing with, and then the solutions for them. So my next prompt to it, okay, can we move over to a brand engagement Facebook campaign series? I'm looking at 3 levels of campaign. Engagement, just educational content, then educational, then branding. So just exactly what Frank teaches in that branding video, but we're actually going to go live here. So Project Shepherd comes back. Absolutely. Love to help you with the 3-tier brand engagement, smart approach. Let me gather some most effective campaign first level. For the first level, what type of educational content do you prefer? Goodness. I don't really know. I am not really sure here. I think if we went with a problem that they would recognize, and then some kind of simple solution for them to see how or why that problem is occurring, and a action step they can take. So look, let's just go with that. And what we'll do is we'll see what it comes up with. It's obviously thinking. Okay, goodness, more questions. No, let's go with specific. So one specific problem per post. Let's go with medium length. Approximate a 1 to 2 minute video equivalent. So I'm not going to do video at the moment. I'm just going to get going with the text and then have a look at the results and then pivot to video from there. Perfect, one specific problem per page. It's about 250. Okay, cool. Okay, so I've seen so these are all problems that come from for my people. I'm gonna go. Let's focus on AI bottleneck problems, visibility issues. And growth chaos. So, okay, so these are all quite painful problems. So let's just see what happens here. And let's go there. Okay, great. For the actionable steps, what? Simple awareness? No. Quick diagnostic? No. Small implementation? No. Oh, goodness. Something that is, so I'm kind of thinking like you don't want something that's just super obvious as like, oh duh, but also so something that gives them insight and gives them the belief that there might be a solution possible for them. Ideally, they have a moment of, let's call it clarity, where they see why they are experiencing the problem. I don't even know what it's going to come up with here, so I'm just going to put that in. I'm going to see what happens. Oh, goodness. Okay. I think the number one issue is to see the link between the work done and the work produced, and how these are normally not done at all, or either of them is done, and yet they are, let's call it intimately related, i.e. what I do produces what I get. They must see this link, and it is not something that is very intuitive, despite its obvious nature when they do see it. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, so I love this. They can have process tools and project management tools, and it still doesn't work because it's really hard to put them together. Ooh, I like the gap. Okay, that's good. We're actually getting some stuff here that actually made more sense to me here. No. Okay, I like 1 and 2. I like the gap revelation and the tracking disconnection. Simple enough to show the links, but not so much work as to overwhelm or them. Okay, sweet. All right, let's getting there. Goodness, I don't know. Structure. Story. Okay, direct. Let's just create all three versions. Able to choose between them. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. So we've actually, oh, sweet. All right. We've got a bunch of stuff coming out here. I'm actually going to come back while that works, and these were all our engagement ads. So I actually need we'll just go with a engagement ad rough draft. I'm just going to capture this data. Engagement ads, first drafts. So this is where we're going to extract out from the AI and get it into something that's a little bit more permanent. There we go. All right. I'm just going to copy this entire thing, drop it into here. I'm actually going to get rid of my ChatGPT for the moment. Okay. Drowning in what next? Okay, so we've got all of that there. Okay, cool. Educational posts. Okay, so I think Frank suggested that we do 15 to 25. Can you come up with another, so 24 eighths, so we've got 9, 25 minus 9 is 16, 15, another 5 versions, so producing 15 ads in total. So these are looking like more like the educational, not. So let me get. So what I'm going to do here is actually grab this here. I'm just going to delete that. Fine, whatever, it won't let me do that, but that's okay. We're going to put that in here, and then let's go ahead and actually create another one called engagement ads. So we've got our educational, but this engagement ads. So it's a little unclear. Let's come back to our AIs actually. I'm just going to ask that. Let's go to my, yeah, I quite like, I tried it in a whole bunch of different ones, but I thought 04 mini high was pretty nice. So I'll just grab that. So next time, just get to it quickly instead of having to search for it. And now I've forgotten the question. Can you tell me the difference between the engagement ads and the educational ads? let's find out what it's got to say there. All right, cool. We've got a whole bunch more here. Quality control, information chaos, team dependency, yay. Okay, cool. So we've got a whole bunch. Now these, in the actual video, Frank is quite clear that you shouldn't just run with the first version, but I'm actually going to work on them individually, I think. So we'll just get that in there. Okay, let's come back to our thing. Engagement ads. Okay, so let's do some more of these then. Okay, cool. So we basically want some shorter ones. Okay, let's focus on the very top of funnel engagement ads. These should be, boom, paste in that. Can you give me some ideas for what we should do here? Okay, so while we'll do that, let's, what about the branding ads? What should these be like? Now, what's interesting to me is that I loaded up the entire transcript of this 60-minute thing, but I presume this stuff is also referencing its own understanding of it. Okay, good. Objective, composition, creative. Okay, here we go. So we'll just grab that. I'm just going to grab this entire thing. So we'll drop that in a little bit. So I'm just going to put these in here, build branding ads. Put me on here, rough draft. Okay, so we've got that captured there. We're not quite there yet. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, let's just grab, okay, let's go ahead and I'm just gonna get, oh, okay, goodness, what to choose here? I'm just gonna ask it, knowing what you know about my avatar, which would be the top 5 that you would choose to run with right now? Okay. Let's just see what it comes up with. One of the interesting things that I've been discussing with a buddy of mine is that the problem with AI is not content production. It's eliminating all of the stuff that doesn't work. While it's doing that, I'll just have a look here myself. Quick diagnostic tips. Bottleneck spotter. Process results gap test. Sounds good. Inbox rescue method possible. Yes. That's probably a bit aggressive. AI speed trap. I like that. Success sabotage pattern. 5-minute team check-in. Process memory aid. Handoff smoother. Okay. Quick lists before and after. Okay, let's have a look. 10-minute visu. It's pretty funny that it chooses ones that I don't want. Okay. Okay. AI speed trap I've got. Okay, bottleneck spotter. Okay, you know what, I'm just going to speak to it here. Okay, I really like the AI speed trap. I really like the bottleneck spotter. I think we should redo the 10-minute visibility hack more around, I don't know what my team accomplished yesterday. So if it was more direct, I can't really, the 10-minute visibility hack is a bit hard for me to work out that that's about, I don't know what my team accomplished yesterday. So let's make that more direct. And the 2-minute health check is too generic. Let's go back up and I'm just going to have a look through the ones that jumped out at me. Process results gap test. I think that's a good one. Inbox rescue method. I think that's a good one because we know that their inboxes are full of what's next. And let's do the success sabotage pattern. Growth milestone breaks things. So while they can hustle the results without the ability to systemize it, they're in trouble. So I think that is probably enough. Let's go ahead and have a look at what you got. All right, so could have typed that, but I'm just going to let the software do that. It does consume a couple of things. I'm probably going to have to buy some more credits, but whatever, all good. You get 1 million per month, and I don't know, I think this is my second, so I've been through 500 already, but whatever, all good. Okay, AI speed trap, good. Why are you busier? Okay, cool, I like that. Bottleneck spotter. It's probably too quick. Okay, all right. But anyway, maybe that's enough. Maybe people are getting interrupted every 5 minutes. Okay, boom, great. We've gone direct, process results, gap test, success sabotage pattern. All right, let's grab those 5 and I'm going to drop those into my first drafts. Okay, cool. So we've got all of that. I'm just going to come back and grab my prompt here and close that down. Let's come to, I'm working on that, good. Where are we actually up to? Let me just open everything up because we've kind of been just hammering away. Didn't do the audience or the desired audience response. I might drop those in a little bit. We're certainly building on our engagement ads and our educational ads and now into our branding ads. So let's go across to here. Okay, let's work on the branding ads. Here are some guidelines for you. Boom, boom. Okay, let's see what happens. So we need 15 to 25. Hex codes I do have somewhere in here. For some reason, logo brings up the hex codes. There it is. Okay, MagicBoard colors. One of the downsides of Ojoy is that none of these are actually linked. They're all individual. Okay, so domain, here's magicboards.io. Colors are, and logo placement I'm not attached to. Just wherever you think it should go. Boom, let's see what happens. Magicboards.io, we've got some colors. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to need another document in the meantime for this. Let's bring me back here. Doom. Create and share. I'll just give this one a name. Engagement ads. Lovely. This one is our branding ads. Okay, boom, boom. Now I'm going to grab that for my branding ads down here. Save, close. We've got that working on as well. So pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Definitely coming along nicely here. This is all for later. We don't need those right now because they can all, we're still basically building all this stuff out. Oh, that's right. I wanted to. All right, 25. We got 25. Okay, 5. Tagline series, tagline series, tagline series. Okay, perfect. So let me grab this one here. Branding ads. I'm going to come in and drop first draft from here. Okay, so we've got all of our initial work done. So what I'm going to do is, let me just see whether I can just go straight into ChatGPT and drop this in. You know what, I'm just going to go to a new chat. We'll just try a new chat and let's use 04 because I think it's got, I want you to help me answer some questions about my ideal avatars for magic boards. Here are the questions. Boom, I'm going to drop that in. And I probably don't. I don't need that. And let's go with that. And I'm just going to capture that over here. So we've got our audience or avatar. And let's see what comes up here. Okay, let's just copy that and drop that in to my avatar. I can refine it a little bit in here. Who's your customer? Probably 2 to 20, 1 to 3, struggles to see, quarterly goals, overwhelmed by fragmented systems, feels like they're constantly chasing teams, holding too many meetings, knows where they want the business go, but not confident in the daily work that supports it, tired of project managers, too manual, too clunky, gets AI, let's just make, what do they want? Clear visibility, strategic goals translate into action, peace of mind that things are on track, out of the weeds and into leadership, run a team that gets it done. Let's, without asking what's next, and potentially, yeah, kind of more profit and free time. Let's go with that. Structured boards. AI does not build out the structure. Consistent board structure. Yeah, good. Real-time status. Well, we don't have agents yet. It'd be lovely, but no, we already have enough AI at this point. Clarity and consistency. No, I don't want any of that. Okay, cool. So I also do have a bunch of avatars, but whatever, we'll just run with that. And okay, let's load up some avatars for these so you have more context. Okay, so basically I'm going to load up my avatars and then come back to each of these and get them to rewrite them specifically. And that will then get me to my, if we come up here, we've basically done the rough drafts for the engagement, we've done the rough draft for the educational, and we've done the rough drafts for the building of the brands. So the next step is to improve all the copy with that. I've got my, and let's just throw in for one more second. We want to, let's, can you fill in this for me? And let's see what we got there. All right, boom. All right, I'm gonna grab this as well. And just drop that in there. So I'll give these to Ojoy as well, and then progress from there. But basically, can see avatar, and we've got also, you know, we've got our outcomes for our people. Drop that in there. I do have, let's see what happens when I drop in avatar. Into here, and yeah. All right, cool. I do have this folder here as well that has all of my avatars. So I'll load those up. All right, so pretty clear. So as an overview, what have we been doing here? So we looked at the Frank Kern video, which ran for 60 minutes. I actually started as a fast start. I hit my fast start button here and created a blank one. I then built in what I thought, which was essentially folder and transcripts, campaigns, and ads. And then I created some rough guides for what to do. I also loaded up the entire transcript into ChatGPT and was asking it questions for the details on this, and then progressed through the actual work. So as it stands right now, we've got rough draft copies for the engagement ads, rough draft copies for the educational ads, and rough draft copies for the branding ads. From next, all three of these will need the final copy done and the image creation for this. From there, the next steps, upload to Facebook campaigns and set the audiences. Not quite sure which way to do that. It's probably upload first and then create the audiences. Like that one will be part of that. Maybe these are all part of it, so whatever. Anyway, I'll clarify that as we go along, and our success metrics for monitoring. But that is an overview of how to take a video by someone on the internet, hopefully who knows what they're doing, and then get the transcript, load the transcript into ChatGPT, as well as build out your magic boards, and then get into it. So yeah, potentially we are going to have this done over the next, hopefully within a week, maybe less, depending on how it goes. But if you are finding this useful in order to be able to see what the work is and see what the outcomes are, then head over to magicboards.io. All right, thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you on a future training, and I hope you got a lot of value out of this. Talk soon.